Welcome, welcome! We are at day 2 of the Solarcell007 Herb% tournament. I'm with Amelis.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in.
Today is the finale. Pay no attention to the letter on screen, STD. We are here to watch the final and not talk about that.
Of course, you would start off with that, Queenie.
It was just so funny. So meet the winner of yesterday's matches, Solarcell, who won the first match in the morning. In the afternoon, it was DentedRazor, and then in the evening, it was twinkietheslime who won the match yesterday. Unless, would you see if our runners are ready so we can start the show?
Of course. Give me just a moment.
Okay, so while Analyst is going to check with our runners if they're ready, this is the finale. As I said, 7th year of Herb% tournament. DentedRazor, who is world record holder of this game. Solarcell, who plays this casually sometimes. And Twinkie, who is also one of the hold runner of this randomizer. I think they both did at least 3 or 4 race of Herb% in their career. Apologies, I coughed because I have pneumonia. And so today we are playing with new settings. If you didn't know from yesterday's show, we have a new feature which is called Open World. So yes, right now you can go immediately to World of Evil if you want. And the World of Evil now opens with a random number of stones. So in order to know, they'll have to walk in there, and it's gonna tell them how many stones they need to open the World of Evil. Usually in the vanilla game, it's 6, and now it's randomized. What's also new, they're gonna start with any sword. Usually it's the Sword of Life, but now it's random sword. So who knows what sword they're gonna start with? Yes, it could be even the soul blade. And another feature that's new is that usually the souls are not randomized, and we actually don't get them in the vanilla in the randomizer, the usual randomizer. We don't go to get them, but now we have to, because they actually give an item, and you'll see that they will not start with the ball that turns around them, the blue ball, because that's also randomized, so which means no magic until they found the soul of magician. So that's fun to watch, but that's not fun for our runners. If you have to go into a lane null with no magic, we won't hear the curses, but pretty sure there are gonna be some curses.
All right, Queenie. Our runners are ready. I am going to get them started. We will start to see those countdowns tick down momentarily.
Yep, and the winner today will go home with a prize. What is it? I have yet to find it. But yeah, winner always gets a prize for this tournament.
Good luck to all of our runners, and I hope everybody has fun today.
Say goodbye to the STD screen. And here we go. Okay, first sword, Psycho Sword. Okay, well, probably not when they were open, so they can't swing that sword until they are at level 5. So that's not good, because it's not a super strong sword, but it does means that they'll be able to swing it very quickly.
Okay, and as you see there on DentedRazor's screen, the normal magician that we start with, as you saw, kind of gave 2 items, both of which were souls, but that, of course, shows our change. Plus, you're going to see like some of the vanilla game text as we go through.
Now, they could go immediately somewhere else, but it's like at level 1 you want to stay there without armor, so everybody's going to the underground castle to start the game with.
I was gonna say this kind of opening is probably going to be the most traditional thing that we see. As you know, it does take a little bit of time to work your way all the way over to like the world of evil to check your stone requirements or anything like that. Just starting off when you're already in that shrine for this first world. So I think we'll see this a lot of times.
You'll notice that in this version, the enemies are not randomized. That's because right now the version they're using is the one we use for the multi-world. The normal randomizer, if you go on the website, does not give you all the options, but you do have the enemies randomized. Oh, and already they found Grandpa Lug. Grandpa Lug because he's full of lugs behind him, but he's very important because it gives you access to go to the Mountain King, which is required in order to finish the game.
And so, what we're going to need to finish off this race today is, again, whatever our random stone requirement is for the world of evil, our 3 red hot items, along with the soul blade, soul armor, phoenix, and those NPCs that are going to get us access to that final dungeon.
Yep, the world of evil, which is the last world. There's a castle at the end, and in order to make the castle show up, you have to make the grandmother dance, and you need the king who say dance, my grandma, and you need to bring them 3 red hot items.
So the slight differences that you're going to notice with the trackers that are on the screen is that they are the exact same like base information. However, like which program the runners are using to run that tracker. So like the one that Solar is using, it is already registering the world leaders where the other two are not because of the open world setting. It's not that he has anything more or less than anybody else right now, but it is just how the program reads the information.
Yep. I believe Solar is using the version in Pop Tracker, and the 2 other
Correct.
runners are using the Scars Tracker, which was done a couple of years ago, actually. And yeah, so as we said, they need to fight the final boss to finish the game. His name is Dettol, and his head looks like a...
No, ma'am.
You will notice that the boss head looks like a uterus. I call him the uterus boss. Yes, and they will be singing from Amelis once we found the dancing grandma. She promised she would sing today.
Okay, I'm glad you say that.
No, she did not. We had DentedRazor who sang yesterday.
I was gonna say I did little bits, but you know, my other commentators were talking. I don't like to talk over people.
Is that a jab at me because I do it to you all the time?
You're not the only one.
Okay, so now our players are approaching the end of Act 1 where they can go. They found the painting, Dr. Leo's painting. Dr. Leo is one of the main characters in this game. He's a painter, an inventor, a father, a pet lover. And he has a painting on a house that's haunted, and we get to go in eventually.
And so, like Queenie was saying at the beginning of the race, yes, each one of the swords right now does have a like hard level requirements. With the archipelago settings, there are a couple of different methods that like progression can go through, and in that you can have like progressive equipment, so swords, armors, and they kind of gradually go up depending on how many you have, in which makes like all the swords swingable. But for today's race, they are
Okay.
still hard set at their levels.
Just wanted to point out that Solar went to check how many stones they need today, and it's 1 stone. Well, that's gonna be an easy... Oh my gosh, Solar is going in again. Act level 2 in the worst place. How many times is he gonna die?
More than we want him to.
This is gonna give him a bunch of level though, because the experience there is good. As you can see, climbed to level 4 with 1 kill. I think Dented took an accidental death there.
He might have.
So usually you go there and you have armor and you're at level, I don't know, 5, I think. So it's gonna be very hard for our players right now. And Solar died. So is he gonna go back? And yes. I told him yesterday he doesn't have to do all the way around the bridge. Because yesterday you would go down the bridge and then up again. And like, when you don't have the castle, you can go immediately back. Just give me 1 second, Amy. I lost my screen.
It's okay. Solar deciding to make his way back to Act 2 and kind of do the stuff that is in his level range.
Okay, it's back. Phew! I lost chat and screen. Okay, so now Solar has a little advantage as he's at level 5. He can swing the sword. The 2 other players cannot right now. But I would think he lost maybe a little bit of time doing that.
And kind of watching the other 2 runners, it doesn't look like he's lost a lot of time. But again, he's going to make up that little bit of time very quickly with being able to swing that sword.
Then Ted found a mermaid statue. So mermaid statue is what gives you access to Act 3, but you need what's called the bubble armor. And yesterday we found out by the axeman that you can buy this armor that lets you breathe underwater at the bubble store. Oh, first stone for Twinkie. So he could go to World of Evil if he wants.
I'm sure that was not an intentional death there. So he'll probably be going right back.
Yep, and oh, accident! Oh my gosh, accidental death by Dented. What have I done to them? Well, this is the time to Solar to catch up.
I'm so glad you vetted the seed, so it's not on me today.
Well, I played it casually, so I was taking my time. But yeah, so also well, another thing is that they found Flame Ball, which is a magic, but as we said earlier, because they don't have the soul of magician, they can't use magic right now.
And so, for those that did not watch yesterday, you're going to hear us several times throughout the whole run kind of say that we can't tell you like who's in the lead or, this can quickly be anybody's race. And that is the honest truth. As you saw, Solar decided to take one route and it looked like he was a little bit behind, but then one death, one decision, and it's all back to even. So,
and sometimes you can lead for 75% of the game and then you end up losing by a minute. Right? Oh wait, that was me.
I was gonna say I wasn't going to bring that up, Queenie, because this totally could have been you versus Solar and Dented.
But yeah, actually, Solar kind of got his place by luck because he was facing one of our best runner, the Axeman, who forgot a lair. Poor Axeman, and that lair was important, so that's why he lost the race.
So yes, we are totally, if anybody in chat wants to put who they believe is going to win this race, we're totally for it. You can take on the underdog or you can take on, one of our more top tier runners, our world record holders, anything, whichever makes your day better.
I'm gonna take a moment to say hi to the Elk who just joined us and mention that he's the one who created the first version of this rando, the solo one, the one that you can find on the website with the randomized enemy. So hi Hulk, and thank you very much for doing this a couple of years ago. Oh, and then Ted found the lucky blade, so now they have a better sword.
All of them having the lucky blade now. Dented finding his second stone. Twinkie just a little bit ahead. Solar better be really careful unless he's got an herb that I didn't see.
There you go. He heard you. No. Okay, so he's going back to swing the sword because I think it's actually killing more.
So if I remember the algorithms correctly, yes, sword swings do just a little more damage than the poke strats, even with the higher level swords.
Yes. So they're avoiding the fireball, not to die. And Twinkie's a little bit ahead right now. Oh, they found Francis. We call him Francis. He's the little boy standing in front of a cave.
Shout outs to Queen Anne for contributing to that nomenclature, to that character. However, we know that no little boy is going to stand there that long.
Yep. My boy would never stand more than 5 minutes. He would be like, this is boring, and leave. So Twinkie just found a lot of experience right now in the chest, so it gave him 2 levels, so that's very good. Same thing for Dented. So if you're asking yourself why Solar is a little bit behind, that's because he went to the world of evil, but he's actually not behind because he didn't get any accidental death, and Twinkie and Dented both got 2.
Actually, at this point, Queenie, Solar is behind because he is taking his time, making sure that he doesn't take any unnecessary damage. Because with the accidental deaths that Dented and Twinkie have taken, he was actually back ahead of them, and just experience in knowing the rando has, or the vanilla game has put Dented and Twinkie back ahead.
Yeah, that's funny. They were all at the same screen for 1 second.
So another one of the features that comes with the archipelago is the ability to change like the speed in which these text boxes are showing up on screen and can be clicked through. We currently have it at fast text instead of insta text because it gets really hard for the viewers to see it if it's on insta text.
Viewers and commentators.
I was trying to make it so that it wasn't all about the commentators.
Well, let's be honest, it was us who took the decision, who were like, we can't commentate this, we don't see anything. Oh, first armor on dented side. Finally some armor. And it's actually quite a useful one.
Of course, Phoenix. Of course it would. The other thing that Instatext does that is very different is you saw that all of our runners only put like a single letter for their names. Well, with the Instatext, they could have put a full name, whether it be Solar or Dented or Twinkie, like, and it wouldn't hurt them the way that it does in the fast text.
And it created something funny for today. The first letter, STD. I think that's gonna be the highlight of this year's tournament.
So, as you see the runners finding that soul of light, and now the little blue orb does show up on the screen, the game does not have a way to differentiate the soul of magician versus the other souls at this point in time. And so as soon as it registers there's a soul in the menu, it gives them this ball. However, they are not going to be able to cast magic yet. Dented finding one of our grandmas that we need to complete the game.
I just saw some nice technique on Dented screen. It shows that he speedrun this game because he was doing multiple layers at the same time.
And so you'll also notice at this point in time, the runners kind of stopping, waiting for the little platform that you see there that's turning a bright red, orange color to kind of go back down to the gray color before they walk on it. Those plates become very, very hot, which then does cause damage. If we had the ice armor at this point in time, they'd be able to walk across those with no problems. Yes, occasionally you'll see the runners just do it because, they're trying to go fast or they think they have enough health to take on that damage, but currently none of our runners really have that HP to take on those risks.
Dented's dragon's going away. Oh, and now he has to wait. They're currently playing what my kid called The Floor is Lava, a game where you avoid the floor and you climb on everything you can in the house.
So on Dented screen, you also see with him having the Psycho Sword as an option. As he's striking those metal monsters that he cannot kill at this time, they're becoming stunned, which that is a feature of that specific sword right now.
They're all waiting for the... all struggling with health right now. Nobody has found an herb yet. Okay, and there's the watermill, but we don't have access to that right now because we need the bridge guard. Solar on 1 health point.
Yes, currently herb percent 0. but we still have a very long game ahead of us. So that percentage will go up as we kind of find herbs throughout the seed.
Now, when you get a lair that gives you an NPC, it gives you back a little bit of health. So Solar will profit from that, hopefully. And Twinkie is on 2 health. Oh my gosh. This is exciting.
Dented was pretty close to death himself and managed to get a key level up or a whole bunch of experience off of the lair that he stepped on, which has, of course, given him a level up, which refills his health bar. Our experienced runners are very knowledgeable about where those level breaks are at. While yes, some of it is controllable, with the way that these layers give out items, it is not always a guarantee that they'll get the level when they kind of want it.
Yeah, and they all got leveled up. Phew! They made it without dying. That was quite a show right there. So Solar showing how you can kill multiple layer at the same time, but as long as you don't step on the layer, because if you step on the layer and you get an NPC, it actually recalls all the enemies you kill from the layer.
And so another little thing that you're going to kind of notice is that some of these layers seem to give their enemies like relatively quickly. Some of them you have to be kind of close to before the enemy spawns up, which we refer to as proximity. And then there's some of them that seem to just kind of give you a bunch of enemies all at one time. This is all the way that those layers are programmed for the vanilla version and what is being used for this multi-world. Those timers sometimes are extremely long, so it seems like they're a lot slower than what you can see in our single player rando, which we've been able to tweak those timers and make them a lot faster.
Yeah, and we didn't mention also a big difference in this one is that, so in the previous, like in the normal version of the rando, the items are randomized within the item pool and the NPCs within the NPC pool, but now they're all mixed in together in the archipelago version.
So all of our runners kind of making their way towards the light shrine. You'll notice that they are avoiding, in the fire shrine, we avoided the metal monsters. Here, those big orbs of light that you see kind of bouncing around the room, you're noticing that they're not taking those on. That is because right now we do not have the equipment needed to take on those enemies and kill them currently.
Yeah, so in to be able to kill metal enemy, you need the Zantetsu sword, and to kill the spirit's enemy, it's the spirit sword. But if they find the soul blade, it actually becomes illogic to use it because that kills both of them. But they all have different level that you can swing them. Zantetsu sword is level 16, Spirit Sword 19, and Soul Blade is 24. So Soul Blade is good to have, but it's when you're trying to kill a spirit enemy with the Soul Blade, poking it can take a lot of time.
However, with the Soul Blade, there are several different places you can go and kind of get levels fairly quickly. The little spike traps in the water shrine that you saw the players avoiding are like 3,000 experience apiece, and they are grouped together in such a way that you can collect those quickly, or you can move on to like the world of evil and take on the little spiraling plates that are 4,000 experience apiece. So there are places that you can grind levels quickly, very traditional action RPG kind of strats. So
Oh, Dented finding the bridge guard. So now he has access to the other part of the underground castle. That's what we were missing. Now, Act 2 is consisted of 3 shrines. It's the fire shrine, the light shrine, and the water shrine. Light shrine is the last one, and there's a boss fight at the end. To go there, you need to find that green leaf that's lighted in the tracker. It's the greenwood leaf, and so they found it in the fire shrine, and now they have access to the light shrine. So they can almost full clear Act 2 right now, but not the enemies that require that special sword.
for those that are game enthusiasts, you'll notice that some of the resources of the enemies currently seem to appear in other games. This is very true. This is the first of 3 games that Quintet made, and so they reused a lot of resources. The little ghost monsters that we've seen here in Act 2 do make reappearances in games like Illusion of Gaia. There's references to Turbo, who is a dog throughout several of the games. So good job in reusing things that you have, everybody.
Yes, and so Blazer was actually also after ActRazor, and they reused some of the parts from ActRazor as well. Like the health bar is exactly the same. The type of calligraphy, what's it called in English?
The text.
Yeah, the text font. Is that it?
Yeah, the font of the text.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. And oh, thank you, Axman. Font. The font is the same as in ActRazor, which was before Soul Blazer, and even the sound sometimes they have the same sounds.
Also, there's references to like the tool shed owner's son. His name is Teddy, and I know that pops up in ActRazor as well. So
Yeah, but I think Teddy dies in ActRazor.
I mean, until we release Teddy here, I mean he's locked away, which puts him in limbo.
Yeah, but it's much more sad in ActRazor. He literally dies of thirst or something like that. Quentin had a good time for sorry, I'm looking for my English right now. Dramatic stories. Oh, Soul Armor on the dented screen. And that's where they diverge for the first time. Solar is going back to Act 1.
Okay, Twinkie now has that soul armor. Again, everybody's still fairly close. We'll see if Solar finds any real progression in what he's doing that will just kind of cause them to have to the other 2 runners to come back to it later, or if he's going down a rabbit hole that may not be the best choice.
Now, Amy, you know what's coming. You vetted the seat.
I did not.
Oh, you did not? Okay. Well, I know what's coming. I believe the 2 other also did not do the boss fight. Maybe because they were low on... No, I don't know why. Did they do it? Did you see it?
I believe one of the others did it, but I don't remember. But of course, it's so hard to keep up with all three of them sometimes.
I just saw Solar do it.
I mean, it would not be a bad choice for the other two to have missed it, since we know that we are going to have to go back there potentially to take on those spirit or monsters. So it's not going to be a bad double dip unless what was under the boss is the required pathway. Then of course we'll see that kind of slows Dented and Twinkie down a little bit as they move on to other things and then have to come back to it.
But there was nothing under the boss fight. But right now, Solar found his red hot stick, which is required to beat the game, so it is required to go there. And he also found the Leo's brush. Remember at the beginning I said that he was a painter and there was this haunted painting? You need that to go inside.
Very, very true. So all the items that you're currently seeing on all the trackers are the ones that are absolutely required to do major parts of the game. So like you'll see the dream rod and the paintbrush and the greenwood leaf and the mushroom shoes. Like those are all things that we need to get to like larger parts of the game. Not always required, but normally very helpful.
In the corner of the goat pen, which I think was in Act 3, there was a shield bracelet.
The
Excuse
goat
me.
pin that's in Act 1.
Yeah, and there's 3 bracelets, and one of them shields you from damage, like it increases your defense. One is increasing your fighting skill, and there's one that do both. So you kind of wish you have the super bracelet, because it gives you both of it, especially for the boss fight at the end.
So here we are again with some divergence. Twinkie deciding to go on to Act 4 and start going up the Mountain of Souls, where Dented decided to come back and do Act 1. So we'll kind of see which way may have been the faster route to go. So each one of the swords has like a special ability attached to it. The Sword of Life just swings right off from the initial. The second sword, which was the Psycho Sword, kind of paralyzes monsters that you cannot damage. The Lucky Blade increases your chance to get a higher level of gem to cast magic when we can do that. The Zentetsu sword, of course, can take on the metal monsters. The Spirit sword are spirit monsters. The Soul Blade takes on kind of all of those to include environmental monsters, kind of like that snowball that you're seeing on Twinkie's screen, and like spikes and stuff like that. Also, there is the recovery sword between the Spirit sword and the Soul Blade, which gives you back a little bit of health as you kill monsters.
I think I was wrong. Dented just got his goat pen, so I don't know where he got the... I know it was in Act 1, but I don't know where it was. Solar's going to see the soul, the soldier, which usually in the other version was useless, but now has something. Maybe right now they're hoping to find one of the 2 swords. Man, he's going back in. Let's see how long before he dies. So Twinkie just hit level 15, so now he can actually use his lucky blade. Okay, Solar is doing well. Oh, he found a safe spot.
Of course, in the tournament, he's gonna find the safety spots for these monsters.
I did not know about that.
Of course,
But
the speed runners of this game, they probably know that trick, but Solar is just like we said, a very, very casual runner of this game, so him taking the time to figure that out is a little bit impressive.
oh well, he just found the stairs to go to the painting, and he has the painting, and he also has the brush, so now he can do that too. He can't progress anymore there because he doesn't have the spirit sword to kill those ghosts that we're seeing right now, and one of them opened the lair to make you go to the second floor, the second basement, so he can't go there. And he found a maid that has an item. Twinkie just reached the end of where he can go also, because in order to progress there, you need the mushroom shoes, and he doesn't have them right now, so he has to come back to the Mountains of Soul, which has no souls. Now, I know we speedrun this, so we don't take attention to the story, but it's actually sad. Those people in the Mountain of Soul, they are born, and within a year, they're all grown up and die. That's sad.
Yes, it is. It's kind of sad, especially considering, the fact that in the vanilla story, you need to have 2 magicians to unlock Death Toll's lair. So, I mean, you think about how quickly that knowledge is having to be passed along.
And there's one grandpa who says, I don't have much visitor. Come and sit with me. I'll tell you my story. And then you just move on without talking to him. Poor grandpa. So without the Zantetsu sword, there's not much you can do in Act 5 because there's lots of metal monster. So I think that's why Twinkie decided to back up and come back to previous acts. But there are some layers that you can kill in Act 5 at the beginning. And sometimes they might contain something that you need to progress, but it's not intuitive to go there because you don't have the metal sword.
So, as we've kind of said, there are 2 different versions of this randomizer currently. And in the single player original version that we have, you can kind of base your logic of where you go based on knowing like how many NPCs or items are in a specific area. However, with the archipelago and the NPCs and items being shuffled into the same pool, those like standard philosophies and logic reading have kind of gone out the window, which does make it a little bit harder on our more experienced runners that are very fluid in the single player rando. So you'll see sometimes that kind of plays a factor in like their decision making that you're just seeing being done on screen.
Yep, and I would like to point out also, you're talking about this trend. We said earlier that Le Hulk created the original version, but then the Axeman came in and made some good changes to it. He created some. Well, first of all, he accelerated the text because the text in this vanilla game is very slow, which is also why the players only have one letter in their name, because since the text scrolls, if you have a longer name, it takes a little bit longer. Well, I mean, it's not much, but I think it's in all it was like 50 seconds if you put a name with letters instead of just one letter. But still, in a competition, that can exactly 1 frame per letter, so it makes you lose a little bit of time. So yeah, the Axeman did implemented that, and he implemented something to reduce lag in certain area, and that was a great addition to the game. And then it was Tranquility, or Tranquility, I think it's Tranquility, who made this possible in the archipelago and created the multi-world for it. Yesterday he was saying on stream actually that he wanted to he's not done with all he wants to do, and then he will be available on the official Archipelago website.
Very true. Like we've said earlier, like right now, everybody is fighting the enemies that are vanilla to each one of these layers. So they are the original, what the game has programmed. Our single player rando has the ability to shuffle the monsters within each act and like level area amongst all of the layers. So that would be our randomized enemies, along with various scalings and stuff like that. So Phoenix there in the chat trying to boost the crossover tournaments. That maybe one day, maybe one day.
Which, by the way, Phoenix Fraxolotl is me. It's just it's my son's account right now that's on the the laptop. Okay, so Denton going into Act 6, he's gonna find his, I believe was the architect with the stairs to go to Leo's painting, which Solar just finished, and he's going in to find his soul armor.
Solar's very happy to be where he is at. This is the music of the game that he enjoys and loves so much.
So he found his mermaid to Rockbird in Leo's painting, but he cannot go there because he doesn't have the bubble armor right now.
Do we have the mermaid to the little common house or plaza, as some people refer to it as? Because if we don't have that, we can't get to the
Yeah, she's in Act 4 in Aurora's Ridge. So Dented and Twinkie did it, but not Solar. Yeah, I believe Solar didn't go to Act 4 yet.
Yeah, I think that's kind of his natural progression at this point. He's going to do Act 3 here and then move on to Act 4, since he went back to Act 1 before everybody else.
But yeah, as we said, none of them can continue because they don't have the spirit sword. So after these 2 layers, they have to go out where Twinkie is right now. Also, yesterday we excuse me. Yesterday we found out a little bug that I didn't know was in this version of the archipelago, but it's been fixed already in the newest version. So there's where they are in Act 6 right now, when Twinkie is. There's Dr. Leo is in the right tower, and if you go see him, there's a cutscene where the evil queen comes and you kill her. But if Dr. Leo's item is an NPC, it restarts the cutscene, and the mermaid, because I saw mermaid, and the queen is not dead, so you actually have to do it twice.
So, Queenie, I think that specific little bug does occur in a couple more places. It's just we normally either don't notice it so much because, this is still fairly new to us and we're still kind of figuring them all out. But because the same thing kind of happens with the concert hall, other than what you notice is a music glitch, which of course we will never be able to fix unless we find something else within the programming. But according to Tranquilite, when he was in the chat with us, he said that he doesn't know of any way to fix that at this point.
So if you saw on Dented's screen, it doesn't have the bubble armor. So what it does is that every 1 second, he lost 1 point of health because the main character cannot breathe underwater. So he needs the bubble armor. So as you can see right now, that's why he's taking damage. I don't know whose sounds we have right now on the stream, but it goes every second. Was that the right sound?
Sounded pretty close to me.
Oh, Solar going into the world of evil. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my voice today. Okay, so World of Evil is open. Let's go check what's in there. Because Dented and Twinkie are in the painting, and we know what's there because Solar did it already. So, Amy, any plans to participate in this tournament one day?
Maybe someday. But of course, it's going to take more involvement from the community.
You've been in this for 4 years now, and you've never participated.
Normally, my times don't stack up to everybody else's, so I don't make the qualification. And I always leave room for if, say, that we are at like 11 participants and we're taking 12 to be that final fill-in, so all of our races stay equal number. So it's not that I don't participate.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that, because MLS has been a trooper in this. She's been helping me since the 3rd year, I believe.
This will be the 3rd year that I'm helping.
Yep. And if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have continued. But it was amazing to see the community grow through all these years.
Yes, it's always fantastic to see the growth of the community, seeing everybody get involved. Of course, as we get, like feedback from the community and stuff like that, we can look towards um, making other changes to make this more interactive and more enjoyable for viewers and participants. But of course, again, that does take the input of the community.
I'm super excited because I know where their progression is right now. And I can't wait to hear them after that. They're gonna be so mad. Oh, on Twinkie inside, you're seeing Solid Arm, which is the first boss of this game. And he's actually one of the sprite reused in Illusion of Gaia. He's the secret boss of Illusion of Gaia. Oh, Solar doesn't seem to know the trick to kill the purple enemy there.
So normally there in the world of evil, the monsters are expected to be killed by magic because of the range that they get away from our main character, Blazer. Again, with the archipelago, making it where magic is not always available, we have learned some new strats in trying to take on those monsters in various places that seem just out of reach with the arc of our sword.
Okay, and Solar going in Act 4. He didn't go there. Twinkie, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he didn't fight his boss fight. He's going back. Okay, if you missed earlier, here is Solid Arm. Say hi and bye. He's gonna be killed in 2 seconds. There you go. Oh, as I said, same boss in Illusion of Gaia.
Along with these 3 lion head statues, because Twinkie has gotten some more levels, has a little bit better equipment, that fight a lot faster than when Solar did it with his first pass through. And just a note, since Twinkie's in there and he does have that soul of light at this point in time, you notice that he can actually kind of see the floor and the walls around him. However, most of our experienced runners know how to do that room without that soul because logically it could be locked down in there in the single player rando, but those rooms are extremely easy to learn how to kind of move around them in the dark, just like Link to the Past runners do.
So, okay, so here you can see that Dented cannot kill that scorpion enemy, but he can kill those, I think we call them maids. So that's why, and there's this progression, it's bubble armor. That was such a mean place to be.
So
But yeah,
yes,
that's the last place you're gonna go without Zantetsu sword.
I think there's actually, so the layer that Dented is doing right now, and then there's one more off to the right that he still has.
Correct.
That in the vanilla game would give you the access to the Zentetsu sword. But yes, to answer chat, yes, in the single player rando, we do have dark room strats.
But it's just one. And it's a square, so it's pretty easy.
And of course, to piggyback off of that, it is a lot easier to do dark room strats in Soul Blazer because you always see where Blazer is at, and then of course the little blue orb that spins around them. If you catch like a wall or anything like that, that ball does move away from your character, and so then you kind of know it's like, oops, I'm against a wall. Let me back up a step or two. Unlike in A Link to the Past, where it's like everything's in the dark and you have to listen based on sound, whether you're hitting a wall or or something.
Yes, and in case you're wondering why sometimes they skip layers, that's because there are some what we call useless layer. Those layers, they only open shortcuts to go back to the beginning, but since we're not gonna come back to almost every area, it's useless to go there to open them. It's just waste time trying to kill the enemies. The Twinkie is about to find his bubble armor and his progression at this point.
So I would just like to clarify what's being said in chat. I did not roll any of these seeds. Queen Anne rolled all of the seeds that you have seen this weekend. I am just like the benchmark player. So I go through and I make sure that they fit within kind of our time frames of streaming and that they are completable.
Yeah, I think this one was the meanest of them all, seriously. It was a hard beginning. They died.
I was gonna say, I think this one and the one you ran were probably the meanest ones.
Oh, really? I liked it yesterday.
So we see Dented over there in the new area. This is Durin. It is an active volcano. Again, he has the soul of shield at this point in time. So the magma rain that you kind of see coming down, you see it get into that scope of light and then it seems to just disappear. That is the shield activating. Again, it does create lag on the screen. So a lot of times in the single player rando, we do not collect this and we just take the damage.
But what stops a volcano from interrupting?
Mermaid tears.
Exactly, and where do we get this?
I forget where we saw the mermaid tears in this. This
No,
one.
I was gonna say at Walmart. They dress people as mermaid and make them cry, and then they pretend it's mermaid tears. Now the mermaid are crying because all the plastic in the ocean. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bubble around the players that makes them breathe. Solar is about to die. He did not get his bubble armor. Decided to go without it. It's doable, but very hard to do because you need a medical herb.
Solar showing off all the strats today.
Maybe he forgot there were some layers that you could kill in Act 5 without the Santetsu sword.
So to answer the question in chat, Leonid, you've watched this enough. You know that we can't really say who's in the lead and who's, So, of course, chat is always the winner. No, seriously, I would think maybe
hard to say.
If I had to give an educated guess at this point as to who's in the lead, I would say Dented is probably a little more in the lead than Twinkie, but not by much. They have made just a little bit of divergence here in Act 3 between Durin and Rockbird. But of course, there's always the chance that we're just going to watch them trade places and be basically at the same point.
And Rockbird had their Zantetsu sword.
And
Now
see,
they can progress.
then we get little pieces like that, and quickly the tides change, and so now Twinkie would be in the lead because he has more places of progression.
Yep, because Doreen had nothing. Nothing. Which is rare because there's a lot of just an NPC there. Oh, and there's the king. That was there also.
So kind of all of our players kind of converging all onto Rockbird all at this time. Again, like I was saying, it's very possible that with all of the chaotic routing that Solar has done, that he may be in the lead at this point coming out of this, because now, he's going to go do Act 5, get his bubble armor, and then be able to come back and take on all these metal monsters really quickly compared to our other runners that are going to have to go back into those areas.
And while you were talking, they also found their red hot mirror, which was there too.
Rockbird does tend to give us a lot of progression, even in the single player rando. So they're having to be very, very careful with these coconut throwing monsters with his low health and not having an herb.
The advantage he has right now is that he did not waste time going to Act 5 to get his bubble armor, and then going back to Act 3, because he went to Act 3 and without it, so that's a little plus for him.
Twinkie back over in Act 5, now taking on all of the metal monsters, being able to clear it. There on Dented screen, you kind of see another one of these soul NPCs that are now new item checks for our runners, just like Solar getting that mole. You kind of see that text box. That's kind of our indicator right now as to the changes that we've experienced this year. But again, Leonid, at this point in time, no, we have not done any singing just yet.
Singing is at the end of the game when they found all their 3 red up items, the king and the grandma. And now I don't think Twinkie did Doreen either, so if they don't go back, that's a time safe for them. Dented finding his king too.
So we are seeing Twinkie do a slightly different strat than what our normal single player rando runners would do. That layer in the lower left corner, kind of out there on its own little platform in this zone, we normally leave that unlocked because, of course, with the randomized monsters, we could get these little racy mice on any of these layers. And if one of them gets away, they are going to continue around the perimeter of the whole zone until they make their way back here. And if you're not familiar with where they go, sometimes it's a little bit easier to just step on a layer and reset all of them than to chase them around the zone.
So that's interesting. If Solar decided to do the power plant instead of the basement. Oh, and Twinkie just lost one of his mouse. So he has to wait. Oh, I was 1 HP from killing it. No. And that was a time loss. Poor Twinkie.
Okay, we see Dented running back to Durin to get the metal monster layer that's there, double dipping it. Solar finding his spirit sword there in the power plant. We'll see how long it takes for the others to find their way to that. So now Solar will be able to go into Act 6 and clear up quite a bit.
Yeah, Spirit Sword is useful, but nobody goes in power plant usually. Early on, I mean. It has so little checkpoint.
And he's finding that big pearl there, which of course we know we need the dream rod and that sleeping dolphin in Act 3 to be able to get to an area that has 4 checks. Most of the time are very useless by the time we get access to them. However, again, always a possibility. Dented continuing on in Act 3, doing Bluster. Again, another one of those areas that is very little like item reward to NPC reward. Normally, however, it does normally become the equalizer of a lot of seeds.
Now, if you watch Solarcell beating the bus, this bus usually goes into flower and disappear, but if you just go up and down in a straight line like he's doing, the bus will never leave the screen doing up and down, so that's the fastest way to kill it. And on Twinkie's side, we have more game of the floor is lava.
Yes, very, very much so. Solar doing stuff in the world of evil. Those monsters there do give a very large amount of XP. So he has collected a lot more than the others who have not done a whole lot in Act 6, which is the Magrid Castle Town and the world of evil. But again, those numbers quickly get made up as soon as the other runners get to those areas.
Oh, sorry, found the Mermaid Queen. So if this was the normal randomizer, this is one of the NPCs you would need to actually be able to move to the other area. But now it's open well, so... And here we can finally swing the sword and kill the spirit enemies.
Twinkie, I believe they're taking a very purposeful death right there at the end of the lab basement instead of getting the teleporter, since he knows that he has completely cleared that. Dented finding that little girl on the right side of Act 4 that gives us the path to Lake Loon and down to normally the jail where our normal world leader for Act 4, the snail Nomi, um, is imprisoned. So, but back to what Queen Anne said, that Mermaid Queen would have been needed a lot earlier for us to get out of Act 3. So again, we're starting to see NPCs in later parts of the game that we normally would not see with this open world setting. So it has refreshed quite a bit.
What did you say his name was? No me?
You can say it either way. Gnome, Nomi.
Oh, I always call him Gnome.
Would be like gnome being spelled Gnome. We say it the same way. Without the G, with the G.
I'm gonna say it with the French accent. Gnome. So I just found this model town. Oh, and then it's gonna show us what's in Ghost Ship. So yeah, while we are going in, we have already an hour in. Wow. If you want to join this randomizer, the community on Discord, we can help you figure out how to start this, and we have our archipelago every month. We have a friendly game of async multi-world. So async means that you can play whenever you want. And yeah, join us. You'll be more than welcome.
And again, no, it is not a glitch with Solar's timer. It's just it was cropped down to a point that we have lost our hour portion of it. So we'll try to get that corrected on the restream here momentarily.
No, I want to say he's cheating. Solar is cheating. He's restarted his timer. Oh, we have Peldim in chat, winner of the last tournament. Hi, Peldim.
And I'm not exactly sure whose music you're hearing at this point in time, but for those that run across it, if we are not listening to Dented's music, since he does not have the Mermaid Queen NPC unlocked at this point in time, you did just hear the boss music for that zone, and now it has continued because normally that would unlock our Mermaid Queen, but when Solar, I believe, has found the Mermaid Queen, when he does it, it would be the whole zone music, just kind of soft and easy instead of that very, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Aggressive.
There we go. Aggressive music that we have for that boss fight.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. We have people in chat hoping for a ped seed. No. Do you want to explain what a ped seed is?
So in Soul Blazer, a pedestal seed is, you will notice in the bottom right corner of all the trackers, there is an 8 count. Those are our emblems for the game. In Act 2, there is a deer and a crocodile that unlock a crystal fairy that says if you bring all 8 of these emblems to it, that it will give you a special item. In the vanilla game, that is our magic bell. However, here in the randomizer, it can be any item in the pool. So, affectionately, we refer to that as our pedestal seed.
Item or NPC in this version.
Yes, at this point, it could be any item or NPC.
Okay, so Twinkie's in the land of despair. There's nothing there. We know it because Dented went there before.
So, Delina, to answer your question, what have you missed? You've missed everybody going to different places and right now the commentator's not being able to keep up.
And one of the commentators slowly losing its voice.
Actually, I think we both are, but yours is a little more noticeable than mine.
Solarcell was cheating because he restarted his timer, but then the broadcast fixed it and he's not cheating anymore.
So, Dented actually has both pieces to check our pedestal today. We will see if he gives us that check here soon or not.
We'll see if we'll break SO5Z's heart and pell him.
So, at this point in time, Dented now has all 3 red hot items, Phoenix and Soul Armor, so he is just looking for his Soul Blade at this point in time and that path to our Dancing Grandmas and King in Act 4.
He's still missing one grandma.
Yes, and a grandma. Sorry.
But yeah, he went back to kill the middle. He's doing like the double dip that we don't usually do until the end because we don't want to double dip. But that paid off for him. But that's not their fault because both of their sword were buried so deep in the seed. Kind of was disgusting actually. Who did those stupid seed?
You did.
Shh. I'll say it was my son. It was Francis.
Solar giving us a look at the model towns for the first time. Of course, you see that he does have the soul protecting him here in the model town as well. This one is going to let him see the invisible monsters that we have inside the model town. Oh, and of course, Queenie, we're still missing the soul of magician, so it doesn't really matter even at this point. If we had everything, Dented would still be searching.
Right, I forgot about that. That's new. You actually needed to be able to throw a phoenix with the sword. This is a new feature in this category, so I forgot about that.
Well, I think it's also just, you know, all the other magics. You obviously see that it comes from that orb that's spinning around us. Phoenix, you know that it's coming from the sword with the ability of the soul armor and the soul blade together along with level 24. And so I think it kind of lost our, you know, slipped our mind that we might still need that magic magician until we discovered it in the play testing of this archipelago. Now, we don't throw people here, Phoenix. Unfortunately, that's what the magic's referred to as. So it's only magic, not people.
Okay, now Dented is all caught off on his double dipping. Oh, the area he did. It's now full clear.
Ninja, I don't feel like trying to pick people up and potentially throwing out, a shoulder, a back. So I don't like the idea of throwing people.
I just can't. I'm too old.
I do enough lifting in my line of work. I don't want to do it on my days off as well.
At least with this version, the enemies are not randomized, so that makes it easy for the invisible enemies in the model town. Because when it's enemies randomized and they're everywhere and you don't see them, that makes it harder.
And we can flip tables here. Not a problem.
Oh, so far model town and none have lots of things. Nope. Nothing. But we do know that Twinkie and Dented right now are places where it's required, so they're gonna find some stuff there.
So Pale letting us know that Dented did check that pedestal, saying it is Spark Bomb, which means no mushroom shoes, no important NPCs.
And now he is sad. There was no pet this weekend, right?
Nope, no ped this weekend.
Which is good because they only have 3. Solar has 4, but the other 2 has 3 emblems, so.
And I can just hear Solar's stream now with the why? Why didn't I come here earlier?
Maybe he forgot.
Oh, I'm sure he forgot that there were a couple of layers there that he could still do before he made that dive into Act 3. But again, the difference in casually playing and running our tournaments and doing all the weeklies like he does with other games. Nope.
It's okay. I gotta be able to beat him at something sometimes. No, this version has the Soul of Magician randomized, so they have to find it to have magic. And it's actually required because you need the Soul of Magician to throw Phoenix. So it's in the code to be able to beat the game. You need the Soul of Magician. And so far, no one has it. And yeah, they're all missing one grandma. They all have Grandpa Log because that was in Act 1. I'm not sure about the boy though. I don't remember seeing him.
I don't think
Maybe they do have it.
I was gonna say I don't think I've seen anybody get Pathfinder yet, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's going so fast. Yeah, Hulk, this year, in case you missed it, it's randomized sword. So at the beginning, they start with any sword, and it's open world, so they don't need to find the leaders to move to the other area. It's all open already. World of Evil opens on a random number of stone. For this city, it was only one, so that was nice to go through. Excuse me. And in this version, NPCs and items are randomized together.
And so, to your point there, La Hulk, if you use the Pop Tracker AP version of the tracker, it does have those souls on the tracker.
Yeah, but that version is also very big, so it doesn't fit the little square.
So yeah, the AP World Tracker basically takes the intermediate version along with all of the equipment and puts it in the box along the right side the 5 extra NPCs that we need. And so it is something we will definitely be looking at in between this tournament and next year's tournament, because there are a couple other features that are there that currently we do not promote. But of course, again, like I've said, lots of community involvement going forward is going to be the key.
Yeah, it's fun. They have more features than that also, that you can switch. You have pull in all the stats of the armor and the sword. You can change that now. And there's something I'm missing that I didn't add this year. There's one other thing also. The only thing you'll see, Hulk, is that in this Archipelago version, the enemies are not randomized yet, so that has yet to come. And there was a major fix also, like the queen now has a required item, and if she dies before you talk to her, there's actually 2 items under her now. So that was a change also.
Same thing with the chest in Fire Temple that normally turns into the set of stairs. That now can also be a required item, and that chest has been kind of relocated so that you don't lose it.
Yep, and I think that was, maybe you knew about this, but for the newer player, it used to be that Rockbird was blocking the Reen and Ghost Ship. But now they move the position of that, what's it called? It looks like a tombstone.
That little that little statue.
It's now positioned elsewhere so that if you get Ghost Ship and the Reen without Rockbird, it is accessible now. That was another change in the rando. We said also earlier, we now have instant text or fast text. Instant is very great when you play alone, but to commentate, it was too fast. We couldn't read anything, so we didn't want the people also not to see anything, so. Yeah, that was funny. The tool shop owner had her son.
That's actually kind of cute.
So now Solar's back to Act 1. Let's see if he decides to go finish his painting, because we know that Phoenix is there. Yeah, because they don't have left tower. And I don't know if they have access to Loon.
Solar giving us a look at our traditional hype cave. That gives us the door to the lab kitchen right there. He found the magic bell, and he has found the dog for the Woodstein trio.
Okay, go, Solar. Go to the painting. Painting. Yay! It might look like I'm rooting for my husband, but it is.
While at the same time, she's not.
Yeah, I told him, good luck, you're gonna need it against those two. If he wins, I'll never hear the end of it.
I'm still rooting for the underdog here.
Solar?
Of course I am.
Well, I didn't know if you meant Solar or Twinkie. But yeah, Twinkie has been playing for longer than Solar. Okay, let's check what's under the drawer there. It's Phoenix! Okay, a mouse for Dented. So now we know that both Model Town have nothing. Yes, Phoenix, we found you. Oh, we have Dented's spouse in the chat. Hi, I don't think I've ever seen you.
I think she's popped in once or twice before. Kind of commented when, you know, like I believe it was last year when Dented won his race and was very, very close in the finale on that one as well. But always a pleasure to have the significant others of our runners in chat.
Well, yeah, we don't. I don't think Dented has ever won a tournament, but he is the world record holder. So of this vanilla game, the speedrun.
Any percent. And it is very, very possible that he will today. Of course, still anybody's race at this point in time.
Okay, so what have we not seen yet? We haven't seen Grandpa Loon, like the all the area. I think that's it, right?
So, as of right now, we cannot confirm if we have found our little boy to get to our dancing grandmas. We have not seen Lionel because we do not have mushroom shoes. Let's see, what else haven't we seen yet? We haven't seen either tower in Act 6.
Oh, right, left tower. Okay, Okay, so good for Twinkie. Went back to Act 1 as well. He's gonna get his Phoenix.
Saw Dented there making quick work of those purple monsters in the world of evil that Solar just wasn't maybe as knowledgeable as to how to kill them.
Where is Solar going?
Solar's going to Bluster.
Never heard of that. This is the place I avoid at all costs. I hate it. Oh, Denton found left tower.
You mean just as much as you hate having to do the demon bird fight?
Yeah.
Which you got forced to do yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, so left tower was there and he has platinum cards, so he could be going to left tower after that.
Okay, and he's also gotten both of the ivies that you need to get that hidden item at the top of that other little ledge, kind of near our tulip that normally would hide the path.
Yep, and right now Dented is in the last screen of the World of Evil. To be able to walk there without dying, you need the soul armor, because when the faces appears, you quickly lose HP, and it makes the sounds like and you lose your HP. Which, by the way, we said yesterday, those faces are the people who die in the game. Oh, Denton's showing us that you can actually kill this thing without magic, but I think he gave up.
I was gonna say, yeah, the monster didn't want to walk down the screen at all for him, so I don't blame him for maybe walking away from it for right now.
Well, is he? Okay, he's going to VIP Tower. And now
I think he was.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he was trying to decide whether he wanted to go left tower or right tower. So, La Hulk, to answer that question, we believe that it is coded that magic is required for them. However, our runners, being as ingenious as they are, have figured out that you can, just like we do with like the metal monsters, move them to an edge where then you can swing your sword and hit them.
Yeah, I think Tranquility confirmed that it's in logic only when you have your magic.
I was gonna say, reading the Discord chat on that, I thought he was saying that he was gonna make sure that it does make them like excluded to, you need magic there. But of course, I am not a programmer, so please, everybody just take what I'm saying with a little grain of salt.
I'm not either.
Dented, they're showing us how to handle those little um, horse monsters.
So at this point, it's time to start the who's gonna win. Put it in chat who you think is ahead and who's gonna win. We have 2 for Dented, 1 for Twinkie, and no one for Solar. Poor Solar. Not even his wife believe in him.
Thank you, Delina, for being out there cheering for the underdog, even if, you know, deep down we kind of know that somebody else probably will win.
Look on Solar's screen, it's himself. That head looks like him. Yes, exactly, Hulk. I think we're in for a long seat, though.
I mean, we're still within even the average window right now. Like, we haven't hit 2.5 hours. We're not pushing 3 hours yet. We're still good.
We still don't have mushroom shoes, which I mean, it's just add up a place where you can go, and still no soul blade and no grandma. That's what they've been looking for the past, like, what, 20 minutes?
About that now.
Oh, Twinkie finally going into the world of evil. He hasn't gone there once so far. Excuse me, I was coughing. But yeah, so World of Evil. Also, there's some particular enemy there that you need to kill with the Soul Blade, but they don't have lair. It's just that they give you lots of experience points. Because remember, you need to swing the Soul Blade to throw the Phoenix at the final boss, and it's level 24. So you need to be at level 24 to beat the game, or more. More is better. That, yeah.
So often our runners really just get to that level 24. So the more is better thing, I'm not so sure, Queenie. We saw Twinkie there trying to see if maybe if he did the right side versus the left side, that he'd be able to reach these monsters a little bit easier. But it looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a time, but he is working on getting it. He does know it is possible.
Yeah, so that was on Twinkie. That's the plate I was talking about. They give you a lot of damage. Okay, he has an herb. I wasn't sure.
Dented finding our Act 1 little village chief there. I believe Solar's checked to see what his item was, but I do not remember what it is at
Yes,
this point.
yes, he
So
did before he went back to the painting. But I don't think it was anything important. Nobody has found that Lisa also.
no, but nobody's found the dream rod either, so Lisa's still useless.
True, true. Oh, the queen. Let's see if we get to kill the queen in this scene. So Lisa is Leo's daughter. She takes care of the pets while he's gone. And she actually falls in love with the hero because he goes into her dream, I guess. Because that's the only time we talk to her. So in the vanilla game, you go into her dream. You go into her house uninvited. You poke her on the forehead with a stick. Go into her dream, and then she panic and she's like, "Get out of my house!" And so you go out of the house. But then she said, "Wait, come back. I want to talk to you." But she actually just continue because we're awful people. So we don't talk to her, and we leave. That's so sad.
Solar at this point doing all of his checks, trying to figure out where he wants to go next. And here we go. Dented showing us what Platinum Tower has today.
So Solar doesn't have the left tower because it didn't finish Well of Evil, probably because it doesn't have magic. So I don't think right now left tower has anything. Yeah, I really think we're gonna have a Hondo today.
Always a possibility with the randomizer.
Did we get the famous tornado so far?
I don't think so.
So tornado is like the least useful spell. It creates a tornado that goes wherever it wants to go and not always towards the player. The best magic is magic flare. No, light arrow. Sorry, light arrow. Especially when you do loon or lanol, you want to have that. I think Solar is getting out of options. And so far, there's nothing in the left tower.
Okay, so left tower was not the answer.
Oh, there was the grandpa. Are they all avoiding it because they don't have magic? Maybe that's why.
I was gonna say Solar may be the first one that's gone back and grabbed that check to see that Loon is open to them. Either that or we're missing the grandpa at the lake. Because if he's missing, then we can't get to Loon either.
I confident that I saw it. Pretty sure they got it.
I'm not saying that it's not. There's just, why we may not have seen others go to it at this point.
Okay, so nothing under the tulip or that other check. Oh, that was fixed also. We were talking about the things that were fixed. That emblem underground with the ivy. If you didn't do the second part of the underground castle, it would not show until you did it. But now it's fixed. It's showing regardless if you done underground castle or not.
So I think that spot was connected to having the water mill keeper. And that's what's fixed, is now it's not tied to
Yeah,
his
exactly.
turn of the wheel.
Okay, so World of Pain, no magic there for Solar. I thought Dented did there already, but no, he did not. He's gonna show us what's on the light shrine.
Solar there finding our sword of life. That is our traditional first starting sword. But of course, like we said, we've changed that up a little bit, so it's not what we start with anymore.
Solar finding his Soul of Magician! He's gonna be so happy now he has magic.
And he's totally dipping out of there as soon as he got it. Like, he's not even gonna go finish it at this point.
But why? Oh, I need to talk with him.
He's
Okay,
going
he's
back to the
going.
world of evil.
Oh, no, you always finish an area before. I need to talk with my husband tonight. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna find Lift Tower and go there, but we know it's a waste. But we don't know what's in Loon yet, so I would have continued there.
Oh, I can hear the heartbreak later.
Yeah, I do hope he doesn't go to Left Tower.
Dented there getting his access to Loon now. We'll see if he gives us the rest of that check here shortly.
Well, at least he was the first one to find his Soul of Magician. He's gonna be left behind. Good one, Phoenix. Yeah, the boss fight of the ghost ship at the red hot balls. Did I say balls? Red hot ball, not balls. Where is Dented going? Is Model Town maybe? He hasn't done the Model Town.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. And whether it's 1 or 2.
Oh no, he's doing his item check.
Okay, so I missed when they got Marie, but Marie does give you some text that tells you that she has something in her pocket, which is why you need to go and talk with her. That text actually does still change at the current time, unlike some of our other text boxes that still give you like the vanilla text in regards to hints.
The squirrel tells you what he has. The squirrel that you have to bring him the seed. And the wood guardian also tells you what he has.
Yeah, so like one of the soldiers in Act 6, when I was commentating a race for Dented and the Axeman, the other commentator that I had that night was reading the text as quickly as he could, and it was talking about the spirit sword, but then we found it somewhere else. So we're not sure if that was just vanilla text, or if it was something else going on there.
And yes, Solar going in the left tower.
No, poor Solar.
Yeah, he might have lost the race because of that.
So for those just kind of noticing there on Twinkie's side, he was fighting a chest that is a monster. Our traditional mimic monsters do show up there in Act 6 on the right tower.
Yeah, there's that in Final Fantasy also.
Yep,
I
Solar.
think.
Yes, they do show up in Final Fantasy. They also show up in Lufia 2. Like it's a very traditional
Oh, right.
monster for the time period of these games. But yes, Lahulk, he did have an honest chance being the first one to find that soul of magician and being able to use magic. But we'll see how the rest of this plays out because we are still looking for quite a few things to finish out the game. So always still a possibility.
It's been almost an hour without finding what they would need.
Yeah, I really think the only thing we found in basically in this last hour is that soul of magician. Everything else has just been kind of run around a little here, a little there. But knowledge for chat, I think it's been about an hour.
I think it's me who's gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
I had already warned you that your husband was going to be mad by the end of this race.
Hey, I just noticed he changed his letter. He's not S anymore.
Now, he did that right at the last second before we went live. He wasted a little bit of time to change that letter.
Oh no, we have no more STD. Okay. Oh, Twinkie is also going to left tower, so they all did it. Come on, Solar, go to Loon. You have magic. Go, go, go. think I saw a Y.
Yeah, he put it back to Y.
No, Solar. Why did he opt out of the loon? I don't get it.
Probably because he was feeling behind, knowing that Dented has a little more experience with like taking on those purple little demon monsters in the world of evil, and um, maybe believes that Twinkie is a little more experienced at it too. So plus not having the dream rod to do the little mushroom dream, he may just be trying not to double dip too much of that zone over and over again.
Okay, he's going back.
I think it's the
Oh,
only
see?
thing he has left to do.
Yeah, and I just saw that Dented has the old man as well, so I think Twinkies is gonna go there next also, so it's back to being neck and neck. Because he just finished left tower, so after this he has only that left to do. But they do have magic, but it's not the best to do this place. What you want is something that can fire up to those enemies. Those magician.
Okay, and here we've got Dented doing his check of Loon. We will see what he does when he gets his Soul of Magician here momentarily.
He's probably gonna stay there.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Well, he has nowhere else to go. Having sort of life there. No, no, Wise. Tomorrow is our 2-year of marriage, and I've never hear him swear. Soul of Magician for Dented. Okay, yeah, he's gonna use the ball. Oh, Dented. Oh, thank you, Mel. You know, it's actually me who got him into Soul Blazer. He wasn't playing it really before I met him. So the fireball, it lets you throw from far, but it's not very effective, meaning that it doesn't kill a lot of it doesn't do a lot of damage. Solar doing the bust Poseidon. Hi and bye.
And he finds Dr. Leo there, which of course we know is 2 more checks that he can do. And I think that's about it for what he's got to do. So hopefully we'll see him go there very quickly.
I don't know if Solar doesn't have the flame ball or what, but right now he's losing time towards Dented, who is using it. Because the magician, it takes time for them to swing and reappear.
So many little strats that you're gonna have to make sure that you show him once you're there all the time, Queenie.
Yeah, but as I said, I don't know if he has it or not. I didn't see.
You know, Solar's on that same philosophy of tornado being the best spell. However, you know, that's not the one he's using either. So there has to be some truth to it's not that great, people.
Whenever he launched one, he's always like, "Go, my mighty tornado!"
But you see him manipulating where exactly that magic flare was going. He did a great job of it there with the pushing against the wall. However, just was not quite low enough, so he had to step down, which did cause some of those to spin.
We should make that a setting in the rando. You only have tornado. We're gonna call it "Oops, it spins."
Along with only these magician bosses that
Oops, everything spins.
I guess we could add those bats. I mean, they do circle.
Good one, Valimo.
All right, Solar up here doing our check with Dr. Leo. Let's see what he gives us and what is under our Queen Magrid.
Okay, so here the queen arrives, and she said, "You're evil! I got your daughter!" And they killed the soldier. He's dead. Ugh. Then Dr. Leo was like, "Stop it! Leave my daughter alone!" Daddy! And then he says, "Come behind me. I got something in my pocket for you." And he's gonna give him the dream rod. And then he said, "I'm gonna go with you, Lisa. I'm sorry." So everybody's dead. Somehow he survives a little bit longer to talk to his daughter. And we don't care, we just nope out.
Story time with Queenie, everybody.
What? Okay, let's go check what's under the queen. Where she used to stand. It's her husband! And that's
So
excuse me. That's funny because the shop in Grass Valley, she had her boy, and now the queen has her husband under her.
okay, so at this point, we need a grandma and a soul blade, correct?
Yeah.
And now Solar are going to be running around doing all of these checks that are underneath the dream rod, starting here with Lisa. And there's at least one in each one of the acts. So here we go. And we will see if the path to the king is open. Yes, Pale.
Look at Dented. Oh, the mama had her son. That's so cute. Oh, and that's where Lisa said, "Wait, come back. I want to talk to you." "Nope, I'm speedrunning. I gotta go." "Oh, I'm coming back to hear your story." What is Sora doing?
Going to check these item locations, apparently.
Yeah, he goes into his house uninvited, poke her on the forehead with a stick. Psh, 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 psh. Don't do this at home, kids. You will get arrested. You know, Twinkie is not far behind right now. He's gonna find the same path that Dr. Leo and then his dream rod.
And so I wonder how much Solar's soul just got kind of crushed as he picked up that soul of reality, thinking it was the soul blade.
Ah, that angelfish has something too. That's the vanilla soul that lets you get into the volcano without damage. I wish it was over. I need to pee. Oh, the grandma! The grandma was behind Lisa's stream. Is he go mode? No, he's still missing the soul blade.
Well, now we will be able to check to see if the path to the grandma and the king is open. And Queenie, I got this.
Can I go pee?
Go!
Okay, from a mother to another mother. Thank you. I'll be back. Actually, I have pneumonia, so I'm drinking a lot of water, so that's why. I'll be back.
Okay, and now, like I said, we're just kind of watching Solar go through all these checks. He's gonna go over here, go into Tiki's dream, see what's going on with Turbo's grave. Little fun fact, that crocodile that you first have to talk to walk over here, if you actually stand on his back, he will do the he will tell you to get off and that you're hurting him. Okay, Solar still kind of finding nothing of real importance in checking these dream sequence. We'll now move on to Act 3.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, it's time to sing. He's going to make the grandma dance.
Maybe. We'll see if he has the full path there. We're still missing
No.
Pathfinder. Oh no.
Where is he going? Yes, in AP, the fish could have anything, an item or an NPC. Okay, the dolphin dream, is that where he's going?
I'm not 100% sure where all he's going. He might be going
Oh,
to
the
get our
fish.
angelfish. I know that, but then we got the dolphin dream and maybe Lou. So, oh, and we still don't have the mushroom to get to
Okay, it means there's
the
a
sleeping
place he didn't
mushroom.
go. Dented has it, I think.
Okay, so here we are again, everybody. It is now hide and seek time. Whoever finds the correct path will most likely be our winner. And it's just going to be waiting to see who finds it.
Okay, so Twinkie is doing also the checks with the dream rod, but he didn't start with Act 1, he's starting with Act 3.
Act 3 having those 4 chests, so, you know, very possible that he thinks that that's just the best item density location. Which of course is not the case anymore, with both the item and NPC pools being tied together. I mean, we could just find a whole bunch of NPCs here in just a moment. There's our sleeping cat for Act 5. So that's another item NPC check. And now we have mushroom shoes. Dented trying to get to a death warp spot. And now it's just going to be continuing to see where everybody decides to go and check for items.
Okay, so we needed Dr. Leo to have the dream rod. The dream rod gave us Lisa, that gave us a grandma. And
which has also given us access to the sleeping dolphin, which has now
yes,
given us mushroom shoes, which could lead to more things. And we see Solar making that beeline to the mountain since he got his mushroom shoes. So we're still very close.
And Dante didn't go see Lisa yet because he doesn't have his grandma.
I think Dented is still working his way through the dream rod sequences. I think he went to Act 3 first as well.
Solar is doing the Axeman's check. Was that the grandpa I needed?
No.
Then it's gonna show us.
And we're looking for Pathfinder.
Okay.
We're looking for the little boy.
I don't know what's in the chest there that Dented's gonna show us. Where Twinkie is behind his tail.
I think it was an herb. Solar already checked it. So it wasn't an angelfish. I'm sorry.
Yeah. At least now, but I mean, he has magic to do this spot, so that's good.
Queenie, I don't think you're going to live this one down.
What do you mean?
Just with, everything that Dented and Twinkie is checking now, Solar has already completed. So we know, like, other than Lisa having the grandma, that this is still anybody's race. If Lionel turns out to be the answer.
Yeah, so Solar's missing the boy to get to the king. I
And the
don't know if
Soul Blade,
Dented.
and that's it. Nobody else has shown us if we have that path yet, so we're still on a hunt.
It could be possible that the path is there and the grandma gave us the soul blade.
It's a possibility.
Twinkie's going back now that he has magic to finish his Will of Evil. The same thing that Solar did.
Oh, the nail biter that is commentating these races.
Solar, use your ball.
Okay, Solar found the pass, which now he can go give to Francis and possibly get 2 more item or location checks.
Yep.
Okay, and Dented they're showing us we're still confirmed the mushroom that opens up that path to the jail is still missing as well. So, like, that's still some dream rod checks and locations that we can't reach at this point. Here we
Soul
go.
blade.
Solar first to find our soul blade. We will guarantee. Yep. So we are still on the search for Pathfinder.
I'm gonna be honest. I vetted this seed. I did it. I don't remember where he was. So I don't know. I'm just as excited as you.
So commentators are just as much in the dark as the viewers. Go us.
Oh my god, he just started using his ball. Oh. Oh, Twinkie's showing us what the sleeping cat has. Nobody done it, I think. Oh, thundering, okay. Then they're doing the Axeman's lair. Oh, then it found the super bracelet. I don't know where you got it.
I think all of our runners have found the super bracelet. It was
Nice.
on the way to Ghost Ship.
Good. And finally, Solar's using his ball. A stone. Okay, I believe there's only one check left. Oh. Ew. Motown.
Well, Solar, now knowing that he kind of has to just follow whatever he has unlocked, meaning we'll see that model town play soon.
Yeah, as soon as he... Solar, why? As soon as he's find this little boy, he's in go mode. Oh, Twinkie's about to get his mushroom shoes. No. What was under?
His grandma.
Grandma, thank you.
So, Queenie, do you think Solar's gonna play more if he actually wins this, given the setting changes?
I don't know, but if he wins, I'm like, the guy that never plays one. How? How? Oh, he got a nothing.
Maybe that's our answer. Nothing.
And he's gonna say tomorrow that our wedding anniversary was his win on this game.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you he's never gonna play it again because he finally won in your honor.
All right, they do have the little boy's pass to check also.
Yeah, we do have Francis and maybe that crystal, but in his hideout.
It's nice when you have the soul of detection in there. Not required, but nice to have. Oh, he must have been so excited for a second to see it was there. Another right character, the right sprite, I mean.
There's Dented with his soul blade now. Kind of wait and see where he decides to go, or if he continues to follow this all the way through, and then where he goes afterwards. Oh, now we can get Mushroom Dream.
Uh-huh, and Gnome. That's 3 more checks. Oh, best magic! Yay!
All the way here at the end.
Yeah. I know, why is it such a chain? Oh, now I can use the soul blade. He has level 24. So I don't need to grind before doing the boss fight. It should be the same for all the players. They should have level 24 before they reach the final boss. Okay, so no little boy.
Hell, we're not sure, but nobody has done the demon bird check. I'm not even sure we found the mobile key.
Oh, Solar was missing some stuff in the other model town. Oh, I missed one layer.
Oh, that was that layer that if you don't realize that you can bring those soldiers to the edge and swing your sword to kill them that you normally would use magic.
Okay, so Model Town has nothing. And Denton is going to see the boy. So if his path is there, he just won this.
Okay, that's the Mermaid Queen's lady in waiting.
Singer. Oh, Solar didn't do the rain. Well, that's where he's going.
And just like that, the tides turn. And it's only his own race to lose.
Oh, the mushroom. Yeah, so now it's Denton's race. Oh, Denton didn't do right tower? Oh. Wait, no, it
No,
can't
I
be.
think he's going to go check the concert singer and the under that soldier.
Again, Solar must have said, no, it's not the right one.
Okay, and that says that there's a deer under the soldier's feet. So I'm guessing that's the Woodstein Trio's deer.
Yeah, maybe.
Z, we know that the pedestal is Spark Bomb.
He didn't. Did they have the key for Demon Bird? Oh, it said the pride. Did you see? It said the pride is a snail gnome.
Okay, so that'll give two two items or two location checks in Act 4 now.
Oh, but we see it's still locked. Did you see? The path was locked. There's that mole there.
Well, Solar just found that mushroom. So now it's, like I said, it's still anybody's race.
Oh man, I wish I remember where the boy was. I did the seed. What is there left?
Okay,
Okay,
so
Dented is going in his model town.
but with that knowledge means that it's going to be under one of these checks that Solar opened up in the model town. So
I didn't see the key for Demon Bird in Dented's inventory. It was fast, but I don't think I've seen it. And another one check, and another one check, another one check to dust.
come on, Solar, you can still win this. Let's go.
No key. I don't think they're gonna. I don't remember what the sleeping soldier has, but maybe they don't do it because they found out already.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes watching all the text boxes that pop up, it gets really hard to kind of follow everybody's streams all at the same time. So, very possible that they did already find out, and that's why they're avoiding it. Either that, or just they're trying to avoid that long, drawn out cutscene, or they're thinking that it is not important because it could be our mobile key and they just don't want to do Demon Bird, so they're like, no, not until I absolutely have to. Solar now gonna go check with Francis and the fairy.
I'm only trying to think what's left.
I mean, there's the possibility, Queenie, that it could still be Bob the Builder to King Magrid. There's always that possibility. Nobody has found or Bob the Builder yet either.
Yeah, but where is he? I mean, what checks do they have left?
So we have the Mushroom Dream still available. We have that layer check as well. So that's 2. And then of course, you know, we've got the things on outside of the castle and King Magrid. We have Demon Bird still left if we find the mobile key. So I mean, we still have a couple of places that this could be. But yes, this is quickly turning into a full hundo.
Fudge, my seed sucks. But oh, I thought I didn't have access to that. They're still missing the lake down. Oh,
So,
Twinkie and the...
yeah, I was gonna say, I think in Model Town we got the mushroom that leads to the prison. So now we have Gnome, the sleeping mushroom, and yeah. So like I said, there's still places. There's still a chance.
So not on Gnome.
Then to finding more of those dancing mermaids. Twinkie is doing our sleeping soldier check. So give us just a second. We'll see what that reward is.
I don't think it was something important. Yeah, it was just an emblem. Well,
Okay.
now I can get Sparks Bomb if you want.
Okay, Dented quickly going and doing the Sleeping Dreams hidden item check, and we have Bob the Builder. Can we fix it?
Oh, sorry. That's my line. Bob the Builder, can he fix it?
Yes, he can.
Yay! Sorry, I was so concentrated I forgot my line. Ah, light armor, okay.
Okay, and Solar quickly going and checking all of his things there with Act 4. Dented going to be making quick work over to Act 6.
Like, I mean, it has to be there. Yeah. There you go. Finally, the little boy.
And so at 2 hours and 41 minutes, we go into go mode.
Oh man, that seed was horrible. Solar, no! Oh, it's time to sing. Just dance, we're making the grandmother dance. Just dance, breaking the grandmother dance. And now the castle arrives. Pew, 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 pew. The kitty! They got both kitties now. Kitty cat and cat kitty. Yeah,
Yeah.
Solar Dented is now winning this tournament. Unless he dies at death toll, but I don't think so.
Actually, Solar still has a chance. Dented has to grind a little bit.
Nah. Solar lost. But it's gonna be a tight run, like yesterday, me and Twinkie. Okay, and say hello to my favorite boss, the uterus boss. So yeah, look at this little head. It looks like a uterus. Right now, right there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the grandmother are dancing. Yeah, I wanna dance
Grandma.
with my grandma. Of course it does. I studied in biology. No. What sounds does the sticks make, Semilis?
Excuse me?
The sticks, when they throw their things, it does a sound.
Pew, pew, pew.
Love it. Perfect. Pew. Sorry, I took the wrong one. I was like, where is he going? You know, if you're watching the timer right now and you think like, I got this, and then nope, you enter the room and the other one finished. GG Denton, our 7th tournament winner. It was such a close race.
GG's to Dented.
D, you made it.
We will give
Here we-
Dented just a moment or two, probably to celebrate his own win before he will join us in the broadcast booth for post-race interview.
And you know, Twinkie is not far behind either. He's gonna go in his mushroom dream, so. You know, he went to the Crystal Fairy and got his spark bomb. Dun, Da, 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 da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I love this game.
Queenie knows too many Nintendo songs to sing right now.
I wish I don't have pneumonia right now. It would be so much better. GG Solar!
Solar! Finishing about a minute and a half behind Dented.
Like husband, like wife. Yesterday I finished a minute behind Twinkie. And now I finish a minute behind Dented.
And both of our runners are queued up to come down into the broadcast booth. We'll just have to wait just a second.
At 4 times.
4 time of what?
Dying. At least.
GG Dented!
Woo, Dented!
GG Solar!
I'm sorry I'm lost. I failed you. I tried.
Solar, you were winning, and then you went to Duran.
I know! I finally gave in!
I'm so sorry. What a red
Solar
herring.
Solar was ahead for a long, long time. We were sure he got this in his pocket.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, congrats Dented. You're our 7th winner. Taking the crown from Pale Dim last year.
Thank you very much. Wow. That was probably one of the roughest seeds I've ever ran.
Pale Dim, I'll need you to send me back the crown, by the way, for Dented. What size are you?
Oh, gosh.
How's Twinkie doing?
Now he's making the grandmother dance, so it's your time to sing, Solar.
Oh, I can't see it. I don't know. We are grandmothers and we dance, dance, dance.
Bum, 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 bum.
Thank you, back vocals. That was perfect. Yeah, he's about to finish too. It was a tight race.
Kinda had to do everything in this seed, except for Durian.
Both Model Town had nothing also.
I was so surprised. It was like, oh, this has to have something. Nope, nothing.
I felt really good about skipping, just going to a Rockbird without bubble armor. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kept trying to avoid Durian.
Did you forget that you could go in Act 5 without the Zantetsu sword?
No, I just didn't want to do it yet.
Oh, okay. Because that was where the bubble armor was.
Right. That was, I mean, I got that eventually. I finally did do Leo's lab. I just... Why, thank you, Wise, I see in my own chat. Yes, I did completely give up the lead.
I'm sorry for this horrible seed. It was horrible.
Francis goes to bed with no dessert.
It has nothing to do with it.
That's all Francis seed. We all know it is.
Oh yeah, that chain at the end starting with Dr. Leo's dream rod. It was horrible.
As soon as I got that dream rod and I went to Lisa immediately and she had whatever she had. And then I got
Grandma.
the grandma, and then I got the Phoenix from the metal crawlers. I was like, okay, we can do this.
But yeah, so as Twinkie is about to finish, I just want to thank the people from Final Fantasy Randomizer. It was the first time we joined with them, and I quite enjoyed it. And
I
also,
know I have no complaints, so
thank you, MLS, as always, for helping me.
you're welcome. I do this for the community.
No fire
Solar?
alarms this year.
Put your sound down, please, Solar.
Oh, my sound?
Yes.
My game sound or my mic?
I don't know. I'm hearing myself. Okay, it's fixed. Thank you. Yeah, and Dented, congratulations for winning this year.
Thank you very much. It was
It's-
quite the competition this year.
You'll get a prize that I have yet to find out what it's gonna be. But
You played
Win-
for something, Dented.
yes, it was. You played for something. It's your first time you're winning, right?
Yep.
Great. Congrats.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always a fun time to participate. It's just such a great community, and everyone's just so helpful and such a high level of back and forth, and just the randomizer itself, just the huge equalizer of things. So it was great.
GG Twinkie, we just finished.
GG's.
Yeah.
Wait, you're Twinkie.
GG Twinkie! I can't hear you. I see your green dot, but I don't hear you.
Oh, my mic was muted. That's why. Thanks, and congrats on the win, Dented.
Thank you very much.
It was such a tight race.
Yeah, I'd say.
Congrats, everybody. I know this seed was horrible. I apologize again.
It was awesome. I loved it.
Oh,
Then
everyone
did
was in 10 minutes. Wow.
stop
Honest-
cheating, then did.
It honestly was a pretty fun seed. I actually enjoyed it. So
I didn't
I
realize
think,
how brutal it is to start with the Psycho Sword. Just wow.
I think after. So I hadn't done an Archipelago kind of Soul Blazer seed before, but I think after the prequel seed and watching these runs, what I did today I think kind of makes sense, and it's probably what everybody else was doing, is that this is, you kind of have to, there is logic in this compared to the other randomizer where as soon as you open something, you should probably think, oh, that is important to go to, I should go to that next, instead of just randomly hopping around everywhere. It's also going to make these seeds much longer, like we've been seeing this weekend. But it's
Then
fun.
what happens if you go back to the boss fight? Is he still there?
I can't go back to it. It actually forces me back into the start. The
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I definitely agree with you, Solar, though. It's just that logic. I mean, it definitely feels like there's less instances of where you can skip a bunch of worlds or dungeons versus, before, and feels like sequence breaking has more fruit versus before, so it's definitely a wild change of things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's
I'm
progression
glad-
balancing on Archipelago seeds, so whatever that's set to, it's going to kind of force if we have to do all that or not.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed the new settings. I hope we gave a good show. Again, thank you for joining us. If you want to join our Discord, Amala's gonna put the link in chat. As I said earlier, we have once a month friendly multi-role async. We have a weekly fun competition. We have a seed of the week where everybody can put their time on a website. And there's also the annual tournament. And of course, we'll be all there to help you start if you want to pick this game. Congrats to everybody who participated this year. We had some new player, Valemon, which I'd never seen play before, SO5Z, also first time in this tournament. Thank you for everybody who commentated, because me and Amos cannot do it all the time. I cannot sing so much. And thank you to all our players. Congratulations again for making it to the final, Solar, Dented, and Twinkie. And our winner of the 7th annual Earth%, Dented. Congratulations.
Woo!
Whoa, thanks again, and thanks everyone for tolerating my singing both times.
Amelis, do you have something to say?
Also, just to mention about the Discord, we also have the ability to play bingo, which does open up some very fun kind of activities throughout the seed that you normally would not do. Sometimes you can turn those into incentives for marathon runs and whatnot. So very much appreciate everybody being here. I'm glad the runners had fun. I look forward to all of the feedback from the community, from members of Final Fantasy Randomizer, and hope to work with them some more in the future.
Yep. And thank you for having us again, Final Fantasy Randomizer channel. And we'll see you hopefully next year. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.